was this one in there.
Pretty much about one.
He looks tired. Look. Rubber in the back. You can throw it away. But to the 90, you can put the rubber on the bottom.
So we're out here. We have been waiting. This is one of the projects that has just been on the back burner for seems like months at this point. This was part of the rain, and we got a little bit of the water main in. We got a little bit of the sewer line in. But I am standing up here now, checking this out this morning with our dozer on site. And our dirt team's been out here. Shout out to Mr. Sam. We got called for a little rescue mission. Got the boys fueling up this morning. We've got the loader out here, got the 138, the dozer. We had a flat tire on the wheel loader, so we brought a skidder in to cover the loader's duties. It's been a little of an event out here, but a client of ours called us and said, hey, Si, we need a dirt team that really knows what they're doing to come in and kind of get this job back on track. The rain really hurt this other subcontractor, no doubt about it, but you gotta have a plan and direction. We just spoke about it on our last dirt job, and Sam's one of the best at it. I'm really hyper-focused on small, critical items that can kill us, but there's sometimes I miss the big picture items, so, but the building pad, you're getting some concrete footers in, dropping a buttload of base, but you can see the parking. We're getting proof rolls on it right now. There's some truck docks on a couple of sides of this building, but this giant pile of dirt's got to move and go in that giant hole over yonder on the other side of the job where that Matsu truck is traveling right now. But we'll take a look at that here in a second. But yeah, no, really, really cool. Really neat opportunity to, number one, come to the rescue. Number two, do what we do best and plan. We're actually getting called for our planning this go around rather than really the execution of. But yeah, on the dirt side, you guys have seen some stuff out here. I need you to understand, it's not all our guys in these other machines out here, okay? It's just Sam. Nate's been out here a little bit too, but long story short, we got Jesus' crew putting in some pipe, getting the fire line ran off of the underground water main we ran. I think it was 12, coming up to 8 or coming up to 6, something like that. We've got a 6. Okay, cool. Attaboy, Will. Drop a like for Will knowing that knowledge. Let's go. We ran a sewer main. I think it's actually a service, not a main. I apologize, but it's a very long service that effectively feeds this warehouse, and it goes out and hits the public manhole. So we're here. Parking's back on grade, and we're getting some proof rolls done. I don't know if Will has any of when we showed up, because it was literally, we need you here right now, get this thing going. And this was about a week ago. So Sam's had roughly 4 days of really going at it. And man, it looks so good around the building. The elevated building pad, again, we weren't here from the get-go, guys. We didn't. What you're seeing is we've been here 4 days, okay? Trying to put it back on track. But the client wanted this building pad now, and so they gave him the building pad, and essentially From there, they said, oh, let's start working on parking. Well, we would have done things a little bit differently, no doubt. It's one thing to raise your building pad up and get construction going, but you gotta seal off the drainage around it as well as you're coming up. If not, you're just gonna be literally cutting and trying to proof roll and never get to the fill stage, and then usually end up costing yourself a little bit more money, digging a little bit deeper, cutting a little bit more because you got to get that slop out of there, and then you're filling just a little bit more, and that's all coming out of your pocket, right? So long story short, boys are going to finish up the water this morning. Excited for that. Essentially, how these guys started, they're undercut. They stockpiled all this topsoil right here in this corner. Probably wouldn't be our first choice, but you can see subgrade of parking lot or it's subgrade of building pad. This right here is the southwest corner, and we're gonna be walking back to the north, but basically they're gonna grab all that dirt, keep moving all that dirt back over to where you see that Caterpillar D5s over there, pushing dirt down into this borrow pit that they used for the select fill here on site. But subgrades rolled in, ready for proof rolls. Building pad, they got footers going on. Again, this is a warehouse. So now we're walking up the west side, and then there's a borrow pit over here that is deep, deep, deep. I can't believe how good it looks, to be honest with you. Good sub. That's the other thing. You gotta have good rock content. You've gotta have good rock content. Like, it's one thing to have powder and red select and a little bit of rock, but having that good amount of larger size rock content sure helps it to pack and raise compaction quicker. But we got to show y'all this hole. This would be the northwest corner. And when we first got here, we've had to rip, roll, get compaction in this, on this very north end. It's been kind of a tricky spot. Everything drains out down to here essentially. They've had unbelievable historic rains here in northwest Arkansas, and Siloam was like a bullseye for it. And so this job definitely, they got it pretty bad, but you cannot install wet material as fill. Not this type of material. We were cutting material off 12 inches and finding standing water. So we've had to rip and roll. And what I mean by that means scarifying the earth, ripping 6 to 8 inches to 12 inches, sometimes blading 12 inches out, letting it dry, maybe ripping that bottom and scarifying the bottom of it with the rippers on a dozer, then maneuvering it, drying it, rolling it, and then turn around and ensure that we get a good compaction or a proof roll on it. So yeah, let's go check out this hole. This is the borrow pit where all this material, good on-site material came from. That's proctored by the engineer. My Jesus. Oh. That's beautiful material though. Like, oh my Lord. What, 3 foot of brown dirt and then just gorgeous looking material. That's what I was sitting there picking up, that rock and that subgrade. It's all about that rock content. If you have good rock content, you can really move up in the layers, right? And you can tell in the subgrades of them roads, like, that's just crazy to see with your eyeball. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I was Sam in the 51, and we got called in here because the old 71 on the other dirt subcontractor has been laid down for about a week at this point. Not to be any way, the amount of production they were producing with that and compared to what production we're seeing out of our little 51 and a plan, well-executed plan, I think goes a long ways. Goes a long ways. You can have all the equipment in the world, but you gotta have the knowledge to get it done. And it's just a testament. 3 sizes machines lower, and he's around here just absolutely just giving her a full send. And customers really happy, their customers really happy, and we're looking at another large opportunity with them coming very shortly. But up here, northeast corner, You can see Marcos moving some base rock. They're dumping base rock in here, getting ready for parking subgrade. You got the 138 over there. They've been digging some utilities in towards the building, water main down. We're trying to get our sewer main brought in here. Sewer service, I gotta quit calling it a main. But essentially, Jesus was talking about that with me, figuring it out with Sam. Hey, are we good? What's grade looking like, etc. So we're kind of figuring that out. But you can see subgrade is definitely getting established in that red select fill material. This is on the north end of the job. And on the east side of the job where they're bringing in utilities, we had to hurry up as quickly as possible, get that on subgrade, get that past some proof roll so we can start bringing in utilities. So pretty crazy little job. Again, we only have the 51 in operation for our dirt side of the team. The other teams out here, they were already subcontracted to do so. I got a big shout out to Sam. He's been a big help. Seriously, 51, making her eat this morning. I just don't want to end up in that hole. My God, he's scaring me. Oh my God, that truck's down in there right now. That's nuts.